The Curvature tool in Illustrator is a great way to create vector artwork easily. In order to create the guitar artwork you see over here on the right, you'll begin by learning about the Curvature tool. Then you'll create a series of paths that make up this guitar, and finally, you'll assemble the shapes in the artboard on the right. You can open this practice file from the downloadable practice files for this tutorial if you'd like to follow along. Then choose View, Fit All in Window so you can see everything out here. To zoom in closer to this purple area on the left, select the Zoom tool in the Tools panel and drag across it. You'll begin by drawing the body of the guitar here. So select the Curvature tool in the Tools panel on the left. The Curvature tool is used to create paths by clicking to set anchor points. Before you start drawing, in the Properties panel to the right of the document, click the Fill Color, make sure the Swatches option is selected, and choose None to remove the fill. Make sure the stroke weight is also set to 1. The fill and stroke you set now will be the fill and stroke for the artwork you draw. The circles in the document indicate where you'll click to set anchor points for a path. Starting at the top, click to create this first anchor point. After you release the mouse button, move the pointer to the next circle and click to create another anchor point. After you release the mouse button, move the pointer away and notice that a curved path is created between these 2 points. Move the pointer around to get a feeling for how it's controlling the curve. Come to the next point and click to set it. Then move the pointer away again. As you draw with the Curvature tool, you can edit the anchor points you've already drawn, maybe even moving them or deleting them. Come to the previous point you created, move the pointer over it, and click to select it. Drag that point to see how you can move them. Then drag it back to where it was. Come down here and click to create the next point, and continue clicking to create points around the shape. To close the path, move the pointer over the first point you created. When a circle appears next to the pointer, click to close the path and finish drawing this guitar shape. You can also create straight lines with the Curvature tool. Next, you'll create the neck of the guitar using straight lines. Click to set the first anchor point here, then click to set the next point in the corner to the right and move the pointer away. Notice that the path has a curve. To make this path straight, move the pointer over the last anchor point you created, double-click on it, and then move the pointer away. The paths are now straight. You can also work faster by double-clicking to create a point and make it straight at the same time. Come to where the next point will go down here, and double-click to create an anchor point with a straight path. Then double-click to create the next point. Move the pointer over the original point you created, and double-click to close the path and finish drawing with straight lines. Now press the spacebar to temporarily access the Hand tool and drag in the document window so you can see the orange area below. Then release the spacebar. Select the Zoom tool in the Tools panel and drag across the orange area to zoom in. Paths you create with any of the drawing tools can be edited with the Curvature tool. For instance, this shape needs a curve at the bottom, not a straight line. Next, you'll add a new point and reposition it with the Curvature tool. So select the Selection tool in the Tools panel and click the edge of the shape to select it. Then select the Curvature tool again in the Tools panel. With the shape selected, move the pointer over the bottom path. When a plus appears next to the pointer, click to add a point. Then drag that new point down to give the bottom of the shape some curve. Deleting a point is just as easy. By clicking to select a point with the Curvature tool, you can press Backspace or Delete to remove it. To finish the artwork, choose View, Fit All in Window so you can see everything. Then select the Selection tool and drag each of these shapes by their edges, since they don't have a fill, into position on the right. Like with all things, practice with the Curvature tool makes perfect. Now you can explore creating paths and shapes for your own artwork. Save a copy of this practice file by choosing File, Save As, and make sure to give it a different name so you don't overwrite the original practice file.